Hey Pisces, welcome to the Cosmic Jackal Tarot. I'm your host Mirage. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your season. Happy birthday to all my Pisceans out there, all of my little fishy brethren. I too am a Pisces sun sign. If you guys do not know, my birthday is actually occurring March the 5th and my mom's is actually February 26th. So I prepped a candle for you guys. Most of my candles are either from Marshall's, TJ Maxx, or Bath & Body Works. This one is a Bath & Body Works. So you guys are worth it. Spring is in the air, and we will be definitely inviting that energy in, bringing all the new and letting go of the old, what no longer serves us, what is keeping us stuck and stagnant. You know, getting rid of all that clutter, taking that first fresh breath. I'm hearing some of you are doing breathing exercises, you know, stretching in the morning. Maybe some of you have taken up yoga. I need to get back into it personally, but I have my excuses, and these excuses will only go on for so long. But I am adjusting to a new job, and then on the 26th, my mother's birthday of February, not March, but February, I will have had a second job, and that one I get to work from home. So I just want to take a moment to splurge in some information, Pisces. The year of 2024 for you is going to be something extremely spectacular, considering the fact that you are number 12 on the zodiac wheel, like literally midnight. You are the final destination. And what that means, for those who are not aware, basically, when you reincarnate in the human world, Pisces is the very end of a cycle. And then you would come back as an Aries, starting anew. But it's weird because there are some Pisceans who they're experiencing life for the first time. And it's very hard for us to connect to past lives and things like that, like some other signs or other people who go through these experiences. I personally have no recollection of my past life. I've tried to do meditations. I've tried to, you know, all these things, but I think whatever happened in my past life is just that now it's time for me to heal a lot of things from the past, whether that be this life or my previous generations before me, whatever have you. And now we settle into an energy that it's kind of scary, it's unknown, but it only is that way if you feel that way. One of my exes, he happens to be a Sagittarius, my dog's dad. You guys probably remember the shenanigans with him. Before the year ended, he told me something that was very simple, but it sticks with me every single day. And he's like, the world is as you see it. So I stopped seeing the world as I'm always behind and nothing ever works out for me. And, you know, I just feel like I've been cheated. I have like the wrong deck to play. And instead I'm like, no, you know, I've remembered I have more of a pirate spirit where I'm very adventurous. I like to seize control. And if there are these weird abundance of rules and regulations that obviously they're set for certain categories of people to succeed and others to just stay in this doom cycle, I decided for myself, my family, and everyone that matters to me, I'm going to rewrite the story as I see fit. And anyone who holds on to these, you know, anyone I attracted with the old energy I had, it is what it is. So Pisces, why I tell you this is because this is literally how things are. It's a full reset. Considering 2024, just focus on the number 24. What is 12 times 12? Or I'm sorry, what is 12 times 2? So for every time we have something that is divisible by 2 when it comes to a year or a frequency or something, we're right where we need to be. And this is more of a level up. So this season isn't just you celebrating your birthday. It's also giving this gratitude of going through the trials and taking a moment to just pat yourself on the back. You know what I mean? And love yourself and not be ashamed, or better yet, like just not feel awkward about broadcasting out into the world that you put in the work, so anything that comes in your direction is divinely meant for you. No one can take that from you, and if anybody feels some type of way, they're not your people. Also, do some research on, what were they called? Monitoring spirits. Some of you may have accrued those. If you ever wondered why your life was in shambles, no matter what you try to do to succeed and get further ahead, some of your friends, some of your family, some of your coworkers, some of your acquaintances, they're not on your side. And some of you have probably gotten to a point in your destination of accepting that, you come into this world innocent, and you are a sign that loves. You love out loud. You're very honest about what goes on inside of your being. And so it's hard to adjust to a world that is this reality. That's why we're the dreamers. That is exactly why it's so hard for us to connect and stay rooted into this reality, and we make our own, not because we're delusional by choice, but more so like what goes on in our inner world is so much more pleasant than this. But we were assigned, it's our birthright. Why you become a Pisces, you are chosen to reflect to the world the heart that it actually has. And some people on the outside only are influenced by, the music, the media, the people they're around, their environment, whatever. But Pisces, you're pure at heart, especially if you've done the work to evolve and become an enlightened, or an awoken, I want to say, Pisces. There are some that they're low vibrational and some that they haven't evolved at all. But if you're watching my channel, you could be in between these sort of centers of energy, and everyone is welcome at my channel, like I say at all times. So I know that was a long-winded situation. Some of you probably fast forwarded or clicked off, and I do apologize. But one thing I do want to let you guys know before I begin this reading, my channel will be changing names. So instead of the Cosmic Jackal Tarot, it's going to eventually switch into Bodega Mommy's Tarot. So look out for that. I just want to let you guys know, because I did mention there was going to be a sort of switcheroo. But without further ado, let's just start getting our little ritual together. I'm going to spray an attraction spell so that we attract nothing but abundance, good health, things that are good for our betterment in this life, money. Some of you are wanting to feel more beautiful, more comfortable in your own skin. Obviously, we want to attract that too. We want to attract good friends, good opportunities, and some of us, we want lovers, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm also going to cleanse my hands with some Florida water. I would want to light some incense, but one of the dogs in my room has been getting ill, so I'm just gonna ease up on that this session. But like I said, I do have a spring candle for you, which actually has a very light scent. I haven't smelled it yet, but we'll just use it for the aesthetic. So let's get started. We're going to pull a mystical shaman oracle deck, and I want to invite you guys to check out the Lunar New Year signs that I have posted if you haven't already. I know they're long, but there could be some messages in there for you, so I also want to say, if for some reason this reading just isn't clicking to you, that is totally okay. That just means it's probably for another Pisces, someone with Pisces in their chart, or you could just be someone lurking because you have a Pisces in mind that you're trying to get information on. But beware of what you do with that information, okay? So if that's going to be the case, if you click off, I'm not going to be offended. But if for some reason you happen to subscribe and you like how I do my work, thank you so much. Welcome to the friendship. It will be setting sail shortly. So Pisces, this is beautiful. You have number 41, the rainbow. Now, some of you could have been born on the 4th of March, the 1st of March. Some of you could have been born on the 5th, like myself, perhaps. Or, these numbers could be relevant to synchronicities or some form of life path numbers. The rainbow talks about, it is as it sounds, it is what you would think it is. It's about the experience and enjoying the awe and enamored in the beauty of watching something occur after a storm, or after something that might just be unpleasant. And the way I see it, Pisces, you are the rainbow when it comes to the zodiac. I say that because you literally adapt with no form, and you take on all energies of your elder siblings. But it's weird because in some cultures and some beliefs, you would be considered the eldest. You're all knowing, but you don't know everything. You are wise, and yet you have a very youthful, innocent spirit. So when people really need guidance or some sort of unbiased spiritual, advice, whatever have you, they normally would want to seek out the energy of a Pisces, especially someone with Pisces rising. I personally have Scorpio rising, but but yes, people could be looking for you at this time, or they're following something going on in their own personal path, and they happen to stumble upon you, and you tend to be the treasure or the guide towards a treasure. And that treasure could be advice. It could be maybe you work in the beauty industry and they trust how you enhance them. They could be people that are looking for just good company, something that there's no ill intent. Like, you guys can just vibe, even if you're not really doing anything that's over the top. And you might find that people admit to you these things, like saying that they miss you, or just being very childlike in their joy and excitement about just having you around. It could also be that there's people who haven't seen you in a while, and they're overjoyed. And you might be confused by that, but in reality, like, Pisces, you are a treasure. If no one's going to tell you that, I just want you to please accept that you have to see it for yourself. And it's taking me, actually, I'll be 35. I know I don't, as far as my hands are concerned. Some of you have seen my face. I don't look at it at all. But it's because I treat myself like a treasure. And it's something I have to take more serious now because of all the people I've let go in these past few years. It's not that I feel like some people had the right intentions, but when it came to acknowledging boundaries and stuff, we cut people out of our lives because we realized, like, deep down, some people just do not want you to be happy. They don't want you to move on. They want you to stay somewhere where you're reachable. But there are people who, this rainbow card is relevant to this as well. They are just so happy to watch your evolving, or your movement and evolving and becoming this developed character, if that makes any sense. Not that you guys are like faking a persona or anything like that, but just some of you have really been through it. Like you've weathered a whole bunch of storms, and you've gotten stuck, and you've had like all these negative experiences, but then finally here comes this ethereal shine that shows the world, if you keep going in a steady pace and you keep nothing but faith and gratitude towards your journey, and take the good with the bad with the good, but just keep progressing, you could be someone's success story. And that is a reward in itself that monetary gain cannot replace. You know what I mean? Okay, so emotionally, let's see what's going on with you during your season. We're going to use the Moonology Manifestation. Oh, you got 2 cards. And you know what? I'll give them both to you because it is your season. You have, oh, wow. Pisces. This might as well be a reading for me, because remember I told you guys Pisces, Sun, Scorpio, rising. This is crazy. All right, so the first card that popped out, you have first quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. And the second card is last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less and feel more. I think let me just tell you a little bit about my journey, and this may inspire you. I'm gonna hold these up while I talk. But some of you could have a Scorpio moon or a Pisces moon. That's possible. My journey in these past, let's say since 2016 until recently, I have over-explained and tried to get people to not look at me in a negative light, or just the anxiety and the fear of, if I don't say everything, then people will think bad things about me. But these past few months, since last year, obviously, I have taken it upon myself to just take a social media break. And I realized that in me taking that time to pour into myself and just really sit and breathe, like not worry about, oh, like, you know, if I don't post this, are people gonna get mad? Or are they gonna think that something happened to me? Or do I need to like explain that something that went down, like I had the best intentions or whatever have you? These things don't matter anymore. At least, you know, your experiences are timeless. There is no sense in trying to rush through anything or try to prove anything, because you're not racing towards a better life. You are just meant to experience your life. And these quests, the things that you need to document are meant for you. Social media will clown us into thinking that it's okay to expose ourselves, but you never know who is watching with what kind of intent for what's going on with you. So if you ever notice, like when you put in all this effort to want the best for your life and you have all these ideas, I don't want to say keep everything to yourself. Like if you have close friends and you know for a fact that, you know, everything is all good, then you don't need to worry. But there are some things, key details about your life that you should probably want to keep private, right? And I have trusted many a person, even if I'm just kind of being subliminal about my posts, there are still some people who just went out of their way to take shit the wrong way, or they just wished evil. And I got to a point where I'm like, let me just shh, you know. And then I watched some of the people that were really close to me lose their shit. Like, how could you not tell me this was going on? And then they go to social media and they act like, you know, they're just posting to be posting, but you can tell it's like you did that immediately after you went off, or immediately after I said, no, I can't make time for you. I have like a situation. And these situations are more like one of my great aunts had passed away. And then right after that, finding out that my granddad, my mom's dad, was diagnosed with lung cancer, amongst other things that are going on that are crazy. And it's like, you expect me to just like suck it up and act like none of this is breaking me apart. But it's like, I've been crushed under so much pressure to just keep going. No one's really checking in, like, do you need anything? You want me to come by? I mean, some people do here and there, you know, but most of my friends are long distance, and it is what it is. But for some of you, on one hand, you're starting something, and on the other hand, you're finishing something. These are cycles. So it could be you've realized you've overworked your throat chakra, or you've overspoken about the things going on in your life, and you realize it's progressed you nowhere. Or people are just kind of like, oh, okay, like there's no mystery, no air of suspense. It's just kind of like, it's like if a movie premiere came out and they revealed every key detail about that movie, would you pay to go watch it? No, because you probably already know how it's going to happen or what's going to go down. So in that aspect, it's just best to, hey, you know what? Be like a Scorpio. Have some secrets to yourself. There's nothing ill intent about needing to just write your own story and release it when you're ready. But then as a Pisces, you know what? Like, you don't have to tell everybody everything. It's okay to, once again, journal your thoughts, or just kind of relish because for some of you, the blessings that I see coming for you are going to be so overwhelming. You don't even have time to hit random people up. Not random, but you know what I mean. Like, if you have this network or this close circle, And then you get this explosion of things just working out in your favor, back to back to back to back, to a point where you're like, damn, it's kind of like hitting the lottery. You're not going to tell everybody you hit the lottery, because you know there's consequences to that. So instead, it's like, let me relish in this. And then when I'm ready, the people who need to know will know, and everybody else is just background noise. They'll find out when they're meant to. But keep in mind, remember, Bad Bunny, if you guys know Bad Bunny, if you don't, he is a Puerto Rican, I want to say rapper, but I don't know if that's the right, he's a musician, you know, and he's also a Pisces. Most people don't know that. But when he was Benito working at a corner store, no one was concerned about Benito. But one day, you know, he was working diligently on his music. He kept uplifting everyone around him, telling them, put as much of your effort into what you love, because that's all you have remaining into this life, right? So one day he woke up to literally a record company, I think several, but one in particular hit him up, and they were like, we want to sign you, because it seems to us like you don't just make music for the sake of showing off and flexing. Like, this is really your gift. So yes, we want to invest in that. That's me inspiring you. Get off your ass and do what makes you happy, but also do it because you want to, not because it'll impress somebody, not because, you know, oh, it'll make some money and blah, 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 blah. Do something that you love to do, that there's no effort. You don't have to research it, whatever. You're just naturally good at it. And even if it doesn't profit you right then and there, one day, all right? So I'm going to pull one card from the Game of Thrones tarot deck. And this will just kind of let me know what's challenging you, what's crossing you, what are you working towards, what do you need to look out for. You got the Page of Spears in reverse. Avoid temptation is the biggest thing I can take from this. This could be with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could have this in your chart. This could be a job that you've been at that, I mean, it was everything you wanted at first, or even a relationship. It was everything you wanted at first. But it's an overcompensation. They were promising you this, that, this, and these promises, they were probably like right off the rip, or they sold you a pretty story. But no matter how you want to write this experience, there's a lot of disappointment in this, and that's what you're trying to avoid. But the Page of Spears can also be someone who is promiscuous, and they're not here for anything long term. And it's a page, so it's like a message. Like, you could be getting messages from people that just kind of want to hit it and quit it, or people just wanting, you know, cheap labor. Like, they're looking for people who are ready to do whatever at the drop of a hat at their own expense. And you're being warned to see the bigger picture, to ask as many questions as possible. And if people cannot handle the fact that you deserve it all and you're going to go for what you're worth, you don't need to waste your time. Okay? And some people may even nag, like, oh, please, no. Like, you've seen what you need to see. You know what red flags to look out for, so you ain't playing. So I'm going to pull 3 cards first from the Light Seers Tarot deck here. And this will be the beginning, the middle, and the end of Pisces season. Oh, shoot. Are these 2 cards? Yes. Okay. I'm just making sure there aren't 3, because sometimes one sticks underneath one, and then before you know it, I pull out 4 by accident or more. I only need 1 more, Spirit, please. But if this reading is working out for you guys so far, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, give that community tab some love. And I want to invite you guys to explore my other 2 channels and all my links, one for gaming, one for vlogging and entertainment, where I do 420 friendly storytime sessions, and I will also be adding in cooking. Alrighty. So, in the beginning, you have Justice, Libra energy. Something from the past is going to be made right in your favor. This could be something court related, it could be something monetary, or it could be something completely to do with a Libra overall. But this usually talks about law and, court order. So you could be getting some sort of message in the mail to let you know that something has been passed, or you could be asked to reveal more information, or there needs to be something finalized. Just make sure to double check everything before submitting anything, and make sure, like I said, to ask as many questions as possible to make sure that nothing is left out, or there is like a risk of, I don't want to say sabotage, but that word is like heavy on my tongue right now. I feel like someone could have their own amount of receipts against you, whether that's a job or a person. Some of you could be trying to get a divorce, or you're trying to deal with like a home situation. But again, just make sure that you double check everything before submitting anything. In the middle, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. You already moved on from a situation, but now you're taking that time to accept that grievances happen and there is no timeline for when you're meant to heal. Some of you are still healing. Some of you may come face to face with something that tried to trigger you or hurt you in the past, and you're like, it doesn't affect me anymore. I don't care. This is a card about moving on and, going towards a brighter day, a brighter situation. And this is also the ending of something. So again, I feel like something may resurface to try to test you a little bit to see, can I still get you the way that I had you before, Pisces? Hell no. And you see her back is turned, so they're in the perfect position to kiss your ass, whatever this is. Like it's like it doesn't even entertain you. You don't get excited. You're just kind of like, ugh. Roll your eyes, and then you just, like, you know how you walk past somebody and you don't look at, like, you gotta close your eyes to walk past them, because it's almost as if like there's this funk on their aura and you don't want anything to do with it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to be around it. Like, whatever this is, it gives you the complete ick. So that's how you can tell you're over it. All right. In the future, or what I should say is towards the end, there's a King of Wands. So this fire sign, if it is a fire sign for some of you, they realize, oh, I can't breadcrumb you, so now I have to give you the whole package. And they don't mind doing that. The King of Wands is all about passion. And if he's extending his rod to you, that means he trusts you. This could be a Leo with that lion on the back. But again, this could also be an Aries. It could be a Sagittarius. For some of you, it could really be a Sagittarius, because the King of Wands is a hunter. He's someone that once he's fixated on what he wants, there is no distraction. He has a very narrow focus. You see? Like, he's just eyes on the prize right here. He's going in for the kill. But he's not going to harass you. He's not going to manipulate you. It's more so, it's almost like kind of hard to believe. He's just going to lay everything out on the table, and he's going to listen to you. He's going to, let you get your insecurities and concerns out the way, and he'll do his best to, get things off the ground, to assure you. He is a very nurturing king, but he's not emotionally, he'll sit there and like try to help you out. But once he feels like there's too much emotion, there's too much like, that nagging energy that, I don't know what this means, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I just, he's going to, the flame's going to go out, But this is also someone who really loves sex. They might have fantasies about you. They may have some interests that you guys can collab on. And obviously, they're going to lay it down on you real good. They want to take you out. They want to show you off. They're very passionate. And they know you look good on their arm. They're just wanting a yes or a no. They don't like their time to be wasted. So you're just going to have to be blunt, because they're going to be blunt with you about what they want. All right. So let's clarify a little bit. I just want to be a little nosy and see what's going on with you. Furthermore, we're going to use the Tarot of the Divine. This is going to tell me, ooh, oh, beautiful. Ace of Coins so far. What else we got? We got the Four of Swords in reverse. And then let me get a good one, Spirit. Ooh, oh my God, Pisces. Okay. This is spicy. All right. So what's going to be made right for you is your fucking money. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be crude when I say that, but I know for a lot of Pisceans, myself included, money has just been slippery, hasn't it? Like, what the fuck? So for some of you, it's either going to be an earth sign that comes in and they invest in you. It's going to be a career upgrade. Some of you are finally getting that career or that investment in a career, meaning they give you a promotion, or you get some benefits that go with this, and it's a full-on upgrade. But this is the beginning. This is something that's amazing. This is what you would want. So the past, I feel like this is more of a karmic energy. Anything that was sent to harm you, send you like into this frenzy of not knowing like when you're gonna get for some of you, someone had put a money vanishing spell or some sort of like financial imbalance onto you, and now here we are in an era where you're meant to shine, and that's exactly what you're gonna do, right? So I do see that your money is not only going to increase, but it's literally going to just be an explosive situation where you get all these opportunities. You even start to look for opportunities. Like you look for investments. Like you want your money to start making money for you. You want it to work for you. Like some of y'all want to retire while you're still in your 30s, 20s, and your 40s for some of you. Or you would just like to retire at some point. You don't want to work for the rest of your life. But I do also see this is so much money that you can vacation. Some of you could be like traveling and working while you're on vacation. You could be, again, an earth sign could come in and they could want to invest into you, and they're spoiling you. You're spoiling yourself perhaps, but this is amazing. And I do feel like, again, for whoever or whatever has literally cursed your financial gain, you know what they say, what as above so below, but like whatever is done to you is done back to the person tenfold. And this is over the 10 of coins. This is over the king, the queen, the whatever else is over there. This is something that it's like, damn, we made it. And for some of you, this could even be a house. Now you're finally buying your first property for a lot of you. Congratulations. That's amazing. But this can also be a lot of yeses. So whatever it is you set your mind to, you got your eyes on, the answer is yes. Go for it. All right. Now, in the middle, we have the Four of Swords in reverse over the 10 of Swords in reverse. So this is a lot of air sign energy. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, which is funny because remember you just had a Libra, with the Justice card there. But I don't feel like it's really air sign energy. I just feel like in the times that you needed to rest and heal, underneath the surface, you have been preparing to walk away from something. And maybe you've been wearing this mask of everything is fine, and you've been watching very quietly as people kept trying to do stuff to sabotage you, being fake happy, like gossiping about you. Like, you ever wake up one day and you're wondering, like, how do certain people know what's going on with me? Like waking up, checking in on me and stuff. Or maybe you're just more quiet than usual and they're like, what's wrong with Pisces? But they then, like, certain people who don't even they don't hit you up very often. They're all of a sudden like, hey, what's going on? How have you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. And at first you're almost inclined to, oh, this person really cares about me. But be careful, because they care about you then, but when you're winning, like, aren't they kind of the most quietest person in the room? When I was in my early 20s, I remember teeing off on somebody because I was like, yo, when things are good for me, I don't ever see y'all, but when y'all need something to disagree with, you're the loudest people in the room. And one person actually had the audacity to tell me, and this is when I used to do raves in Atlanta. So this person, I don't know if they were heavy on drugs at the time or something, because I just don't see why you would say something like this for everybody to see. But they literally told me, well, the reason I don't say anything about your good experiences is because they're good experiences. There's nothing that's needed to be said. But, you know, I just feel like there needs to be more attention on the negative, because how else are you going to grow? Now, looking back, I was like, I guess you could say that. But again, your friends are going to be happy for you out loud. And then when you're sad, they'll be sad with you, but not for you. It's more so like, you just got to watch the intention behind certain people. Like, that person's no longer in my life. But when you really think about it, like, it could be that, like, yeah, there's some truth to what he's saying or what he had said. But in reality, this is the issue. If people can only speak up when there's something negative going on in your life, but when you're happy and they literally have nothing to say. They don't even, like, you know, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, you know, hope you and the family are doing well. They don't even give you that. No, they like to just have an extra number to say that, yeah, I have 500 something friends in real life on social media. Like, I would want sponsors. Like, you're just another notch on the belt to them. So just be aware of the energies that you keep around you, because you don't, once I reveal this, you're not going to want to have anything around that may or may not block your blessings. Okay. Check me out. I can't make this up. So at the end of Pisces season, you have the Queen of Wands over the King of Wands. This is rare. Okay. But this person is just as passionate about you because they can sense that you're just as passionate about them. And you might get an offer where they literally just ask, you want to take this somewhere? What are you doing in the next couple of years? I'm just, you know, I just figured maybe you would want to go see what the summer is like in the Bahamas, or, you know, why don't we just take a little getaway trip to Italy? Or if it's not anything that extravagant, they could just be like, you want to go shopping? You know, you want to have dinner? You want to talk about the future? And it's sweet and it's innocent. And I feel like between the two of you, you guys really feel like high school sweethearts. Like, this is a very playful energy, but it's matched. Like, it's something that as they pour into you, you pour into them. It's not one person is doing more than the other. There's no need to feel insecure. This person really cares about you. Okay. But I feel like they're also someone who's has so many experiences that now they know what's genuine. And the experiences you went through is so that you can detect what's genuine. And so, of course, when you guys match a vibration, you want to invest into each other. And again, this is nothing but passion. So if you're someone that's like really kinky and you like to do things spontaneously, this person is, you could have, if you wanted to draw your dream person and this person was asked to literally describe and draw out their dream person, you guys do that for each other. You also ground each other too. Like, there's at least one of you that's like, babe, I know you want to go balls to the wall, but you got work tomorrow. So, like, let me get your coffee and stuff together. And, you know, I left some money on the table. I'm going to go play my little video games. But you know what? Before you knock out, I'm going to cuddle with you. Might rub on your booty, might rub on your feet, whatever. But, like, you know, or they might run you a hot bath and cuddle and, you know, dick you down to sleep or give you that good before you go to sleep. And then, you know, you wake up and they're ready to do it again, and then they send you on your way, and then they wait for you with, like, you know, some balloons and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like this person just, every day is a celebration. Like, they waste no time letting you know that you are special to them. And in turn, you warm up a little bit and you start doing it as well. Because Pisces is kind of slow to love out loud, but once we do, it's like, you know, it's a beautiful connection. We just, again, we don't know how to hold back. Like, when we love it, it almost comes off like an obsession. But at the same time, when you meet your person, you don't have limitations on how much you want them to know that you love them. Of course, you don't want to be creepy and overwhelm them and all that, but you know where you stand, right? So when you know when you stand or where you stand, what happens? You give freely. You don't stress about nothing. And this person loves that about you, that you're just honest. You match their bluntness. And again, if it's not that you have fire in your chart, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that, you know, this is a fire sign coming in. But for some of you, you are hoping to hear this, and congratulations. But for others of you, this could be someone you just meet or someone you've known for a very long time. And you probably did not see this coming, but then they're like, life is short. And if it's going to be short, I want to elongate the experience with someone that I would love to wake up to it every single day. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words. You might make this person nervous. Like they might not know if you're going to take their offer. I feel like some of you have probably even been rejected by this person before. And then they're like, damn, but Pisces, you're glowing up, and now they're nervous. Like, what if what if they get embarrassed and they're stuttering because they don't know how to. They're looking at you as this person who's glowed up, worked on themselves. You're beautiful. You acknowledge you're beautiful, you know, or handsome. The roles could be reversed because some of you could be masculines watching my channel. But again, they see you the way that you see yourself or that you want to be seen, and they treat you as such. And again, like, even for people that might still be from your past, they have no problem being that person that, you know, they purposely want people to be jealous seeing you two together. They're a little naughty, you know what I mean? All right, so this has gotten pretty long, but we're going to finish the reading with the law of attraction. I'm sorry. It's not the law of attraction, the super attractor deck, but some of you could be really heavy into the law of attraction lately. Please ignore my nephew and niece making weird noises in the living room. I'm technically babysitting them while my brother is gone, even though I told them I have to get up at 4 a.m. for work. And it is now almost 9. So, and I even told him, I gotta go to bed at 9, bro. I'm not joking. And I don't think he understood that, but whatever. Ooh. Oh, that one shot out, so you know that's meant for you. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. Yes! And that's just it. A lot of you had to heal from all the negative and toxic energy that had been poured onto you, into you, wished onto you, spell work. You've done so much healing. You've done this hermit energy where you're just like, if it's not giving me joy, or better yet, it has nothing to do with the betterment or the pathway of how I envision my future self, I just cannot commit to it. And people will get mad and they'll talk about you, fall out your life, swear up and down that you switched up and whatever. But why would you want anyone around you that does not want to be there or trust in the fact that you have to go through your own path? I'm just like knocking over all my plants. Actually, that could be it. Like, you literally got people tripping and they're just like in the way. But the more I move, like, people, like, the plants are just falling over. So again, some of you just feel so free. And if people naturally remove themselves from you, or they can't stand, like, just watch. Some people can't stand the fact that you're working on yourself, because that means now there's a fear of you outgrowing them, or letting them know, hey, bro, you can feel however you want to feel. And I'm not trying to dismiss you as a person or invalidate your feelings, but I have to come first. And some of you really have put so many people on a pedestal and tried to make them happy, tried to meet them halfway. You've put up with a lot of almost impossible expectations for friendships, relationships, jobs, to a point where you're like, I need to serve myself for a little while. Reset, just figure out what it is that I want. And now people are like losing their shit. Like, you don't tell us everything about your life. Or better yet, why did I have to go to Facebook to figure out that you got this and you got that? You're not my real friend. Well, I mean, I've had someone say that to me before. And it's like, sometimes you just don't want to jeopardize anything. You want it to be a surprise. But if people can't be happy, do I need to say more? You know where they stand. Love yourself first. Love yourself wholly. Not as a response of how much people want to give. And this breadcrumbing shit, no. Like I said, we have let that go. we're walking away from it, and we will even just smirk and laugh at anyone who thinks that we're going to settle for anything less. We've shed old skin, and now we're walking towards a better destination. So Pisces, that has been your reading. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope it resonated. If it did, you already know what to do. Other than that, I love you guys so much, and hopefully I will see you in another reading. Take care and enjoy your season. Happy birthday to all my Pisceans. Love you so much. Bye.